You know, sometimes frustration in the heat of the moment will make you say things that you later regret. And I wonder how, Brandon Boykin will feel about this a couple months from now. Last night, he sent a text message over to Derek Gunn of Comcast Sportsnet Philadelphia. It was a quote that blew up Twitter early this morning. And, let me just read it to you real quick. All right, let's see. It says, "The truth is, Chip is uncomfortable around grown men of our culture. He can't relate, and that makes him uncomfortable. He likes to be in total control of everything. Players can excel when you naturally let them be who they are, and in my experience, that hasn't been important to him. I'm forever grateful to Mr. Lurie, Howie, my teammates, and fans of Philadelphia." All right. So, I'll just say this right now. You know the difference between Boykin, Deshaun Jackson, and LaShawn McCoy are. I guarantee you Boykin won't be bringing this up again 6 months from now. It still doesn't make me, think any different of Boykin. I still think he's a very classy guy. And, again, this is what happens when you get frustrated. You say things that, you really don't mean, but they come out. All right. But at the same time, there's a bit of a misinterpretation about this quote because nowhere in it does Boykin proclaim that Chip Kelly is racist. It didn't go to the extent of LaShawn McCoy. And obviously McCoy's comments are what really, propelled Twitter to go a little crazy this morning. And, this quote, it's not about race. It's about culture. And there is a difference. For example, as you can see, I am a very, very white man. I am as pasty as they come. When I go to the club or I go to the bar, I do the whip and I do the nay-nay. It's amazing how much courage, alcohol can give you. When I was in college, I did the soldier boy. I do the stanky leg. I have been completely enamored by the beef between Drake and Meek Mill over the last week. By the way, to get off topic, just really, really quickly, because this beef, it's awful, okay? Nobody's winning. In fact, if I had to proclaim a winner, it's not really anybody winning. It's more that Meek Mill is losing worse. Because if you guys really, really, really want to listen to some true diss tracks, go on YouTube, search for Tupac's Hit 'Em Up or Nas's Ether, okay? All right. So as you can see, again, I am not African American. I enjoy the culture. That is the hip-hop culture, and that's what the NFL is. Obviously, the league is predominantly African American. There is a hip-hop culture. But with that being said, I don't even think the race and the culture thing is the important part of the quote. The more meaningful part of it is how Boykin says that Chip is a control freak. Now, this is something that Kelly has yet to really, really learn at the pro level. This is in college. You're not dealing with kids. These are grown men. Massive, massive men. Right? Grown men don't want to be told what to do 24/7. They don't want to be, they don't want you to hold their hand all the time. And I do think that Chip Kelly has to do a little bit better of a job relating to his players. This is something we sometimes forget with Chip. He's inexperienced at the pro level. Never been a coordinator, never been an assistant coach. He went straight from college to the pros. He doesn't understand the culture. And with time, I think he'll get it. But right now, he's not there yet. All right, so that's the point I wanted to make with that. By the way, I am a little bit embarrassed that I do the whip and I do the nay-nay. But hey, when you're drunk, it's fun, I guess. All right, so I listened to Chip's press conference earlier, I guess late this morning. And he did confirm that the Eagles will receive a fourth rounder for Boykin if he plays at least 60% of the snaps this season. And, that's likely going to happen. Obviously, Boykin's probably going to start in Pittsburgh. He said that the Steelers approached Philly several times about a swap, and as far back as the draft, Eagles said no every time, but Pittsburgh kept increasing the offer until it became too good to refuse. Chip also predictably stated that the depth at cornerback and Boykin being in his last year of his rookie deal were reasons that they were able to part ways with him. Another thing I noticed was how much, Chip was raving about Ja'Cory Shepherd. He's definitely going to be our nickel quarterback. There's no doubt in my mind. Barring injury, week 1, he will be our nickel corner. Just the things that Chip was saying about him. He said that he was shocked that Shepherd fell into their laps in the 6th round. When he saw him on tape, he said that he was explosive, showcased great ball skills, really quick in and out of his cuts, has a knack for being around the ball. So, yeah, he did say, Shepherd, Evans, Biggers, Jalen Watkins will all be in, a battle, a competition for that nickel spot. But he kept talking about Shepherd. So that, to me, tells me how he thinks of him. And, I think he'll be in the slot come week 1. Now, some other news and notes. Chip said that Sam Bradford is a full go for training camp. He will not be wearing a brace on his knee. He also stated that Michael Kendricks will not be traded and told us to mark it down. Well, I just don't believe anything he says. So I'm not marking anything down. That's not going to happen. If some starting linebacker goes down in preseason and Chip Kelly gets offered a first-round pick for Michael Kendricks, I don't think he would turn that down. So just saying. I do ultimately believe that Kendricks will be an Eagles green this year. He won't be traded. I don't think it's going to happen, but that doesn't mean I believe Chip, because I don't believe anything he says. All right, so I got a few things that I wanted to say off my chest, and that's it. So that's it for this video. Training camp is here, so that's awesome, and I'll be there Tuesday. The Bitterbirds will be there. So, I'm out. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at the Bitterbirds, and no more Boykin talk. All right, no more of this, this racist crap. Come on, guys. No more. Later.